We are in the end game of this year's earnings reports, and we're going to go over them today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wealth Time. Of course, I'm holding my mic with my hand, and the image quality is not that good, but I'm not at home, not in my studio. So let's just get started with the earnings. So we have one company reporting earnings today, and that is RCAT. RCAT had an exceptional year. They are going to report earnings after the bell, and they are expecting, let me just check here, earnings. They are expecting a revenue of 4.13% and a EPS of negative 0.9%. Let's just see if they beat. If they will beat, I believe that this price right here, so let's just take a look at the weekly chart. I believe that this price right here will jump then. Tomorrow on Tuesday, December the 17th, we don't have any kind of earnings. Then we move to Wednesday, where we have General Mills reporting earnings. General Mills is one consumer company, so definitely let's keep our eyes on the consumer, if it holds or not. If the consumer is able to hold, we can see that General Mills is up since its beginning with 131%, or for the year it's up with 0.86%. This is really bad for General Mills. Let's move on to then after the bell, the companies that are going to report earnings, and that is Micron Technologies and of course Lennar. Now, I'm keeping a watch on especially Lennar here because this is a stock that yields a pretty good dividend, 1.3%, but it's also one of the largest builders, home builders in the United States. And Lennar is pretty much down for the year. So if you have invested in Lennar, you're going to be only up with 4.88%, which is not a lot, but it does have the pulse on the building industry. Now, moving up to Wednesday, we're going to have before the bell Essential PLC, then we're going to have Cintas, then Darken Restaurants, and of course Pysex. Now, after the bell, we have one of those companies that I have been keeping my eye on, that is Nike. Nike had a really tough year, but it's also a strong brand. Now, if Nike is able to make a comeback, then this will be its moment to shine. Also, FedEx is reporting earnings, and they are down. Let me just go to the weekly chart. You can see here they are up on the week, but they are down on the month due to the fact they had a large drop down due to the fact they're going to merge with UPS. So definitely keep your eyes on FedEx, especially at the earnings call. Now, we are going to report on these two earnings. So Lennar, I'm going to make a video on, and also Nike and FedEx. I'm really interested in how these two companies will behave and what they're going to tell us in their earnings calls. If you remember, I had Nike, but I sold it. It was a trade for me. Also had FedEx, also sold it, was also a trade. Now, FedEx is looking interesting, and also Nike is looking really interesting for a second trade here. But who knows? So I'm extremely curious on the earnings report, and I'm also curious what they're going to report in their earnings call, what they're going to tell us for what they have installed for the company for the future. The last company that's going to report earnings on Friday is going to be Carnival. And well, again, I have to say I'm not invested in Carnival, but I did invest. Just take a look at this, 41% up on the year. This is a massive jump for Carnival. They're basically a shipping company. They are one of the largest global cruise companies. Now, so not shipping as in they have ships and they do cruises. And Carnival and one more company, that is Royal Caribbean Cruise, are one of those companies that definitely want to keep your eye on if you're invested in the cruise industry, especially because Carnival is up like 200% or something for the year. So let me hear your thoughts. Are you looking for one of these companies? Are you invested in one of these companies? Leave that in the comment section below. With this being said, stay safe out there. I'm going to come back with some earnings reports and what I think, how they're going to perform in the future. Definitely check that out. Stay subscribed. Catch you next time. Bye bye.